This letter is addressed to me as chair of the commission. Expression of interest to stand as Speaker of Parliament. The letter is by Honorable Sekikubo Theodore, MP Remiyaga County in Zimbabwe. So he has expressed interest. I don't see the papers, as I said, because this one, I know his papers. I'm not biasing anybody, but that's the truth. I told him and I know he has the papers. So you move to that table and then I'll usher you to the press.
I sign here. I put my name. Nzize n'obumanyirivu obuwanvu ennyo. Kuba nange abeesimbyewo nkakasa nze omu ku abo abasinze obumanyirivu mu Parliament. Ndi munnamateeka omutendeke obulungi, ndi mukugu, empapula zange zeeyogerera teziriiko kafufu konna. N'olwekyo mmanyi nti nno obumanyirivu bwe nina mu Parliament n'obuyigirize bwange kwagala eggwanga lyange ate n'okuba omuntu ateesa ate awuliriza ensonga. Oba sipiika tebwetaaga muntu wa nnalukalala, nze ŋŋambye. Oba sipiika bwetaaga omuntu agatta enjuyi zonna kubanga gw'oli sipiika wa Parliament naye okubiriza banno. Mmanyi buli mbaka wa Parliament yenna akwalifayinga oba asaanidde okubeera sipiika. Naye mu kiseera kino ekifo ekiriwo kiri kimu kyokka. Nkakasa eggwanga nti eggwanga linteekemu obwesige. Eggwanga ligenda kufuna sipiika gwe litalabanga. Va mu ebyo by'okugamba nti nga tonnene zozzeemu. Ngenda kuzisinza nawo kubanga ngenda sirina ntunnunsi, sirina kwekkiriranya, sirina kwefuula kye siri. Nzize nga bwendi, nzize okuweereza eggwanga kubanga eggwanga lyetitugatta ffenna. Nsaba ekibiina kyange ekya NRM, nsaba President Museveni, nsaba gavumenti, nsaba ne bakaba bannanga ba Parliament awamu n'abo abatali mu NRM caucus munneesige tufune omuntu wadde tuli mu nkola y'ebibiina ebingi naye twetaaga olujegere olutindo olunaagatta abaka bonna mu Parliament. Teriyo mulala. Bulijjo abaawo ensonga ne zijja ne zibaawo. Embeera ebaawo nga si kyekiseera naye njagala okulangirira n'okutegeeza ti kino kyekiseera. Sekikubo atuuse.
Wakatuuka wano lwaleero ekibiina kirina kulonda bumu bwe nga bakusudde ettale ne bawaayo omulala odda bbali.
Nsaba batukubemu ttooki, nsaba tutunuulire. Lwaki ogamba okudda ebbali nga nsonze? Maze okusonga kati gwe ogamba okudda ebbali ekyo kyabwe be bamanyi. Nze nzize nga nzize. Njagala batukubemu ttooki batunuulire buli omu n'obusobozi. Si lwakuba nti nno bawulidde nti baguddewo kati n'olwekyo buli omu n'adduka. Bangi bayitibwa abalondemu ali omu. Sekikubo.
Eneyisa y'omupate ebadde controversial nnyo from the past. Ekyo olowooza tekigenda ku influencing decision?
Ekyo nkigaana kubanga waliwo ekikulu kye weerabidde. NRM ng'ekibiina omusingi gwakyo guli mu rebellion, guli mu buyeekera. Kati n'olwekyo ava mu NRM nagamba nti ye malayika. Excuse me, siri malayika. Nzize ng'omubaka ate ng'omubaka wa NRM ava mu mirandira gya NRM. Ate n'ekirala ne b'otunuulira ne bonna bonna abaliwo mumututunuulire bali luddawo ne betuwaana bwe baba nga tebaali mu DP bali mu UPC, baba tebaali mu UPC bali mu buyeekera mu nsiko. N'olwekyo ekyokuyeekera si kyekizibu kati wabula ekikulu ekiriwo wawo oyimiridde naye sirina kamogo konna. Bannange banzikirize nga bwendi ate sijja kugamba nti no kati ngenda kuzaalibwa buto bwendi naye ntwale obumanyirivu bwange nga puliida omutendeke, ntwale ng'omuntu aluddewo nga ntunuulira eggwanga lino, ntwale byonna ebizze nga bibaawo mu nsi muno n'okumanya gye tuvudde ne we tuli ne we tulaga. Nsaba obukulembeze baffe mu NRM babeere beesimbu bakkirize nti nno ekiseera kituuka ne munno ne bw'oba tonjagala naye bwe tuba nga tusobola okutwala agenda y'eggwanga mu maaso tutambule ffenna. As you may be aware, I stood recently when we were constituting the 11th Parliament. Indeed, at that time, I stood for Deputy Speaker, where Honorable Among emerged. Now to ask me whether I respect the position, why shouldn't the party choose me now? Why shouldn't the party choose me? What other issues and other considerations will they take into account? Because, for instance, we stood were 6, you all remember, for the Deputy Speaker. And I can mention that the Right Honorable Robin Anabanja was eventually named and appointed the Prime Minister of the country. Honorable Thomas Tayebwa was eventually appointed the government chief whip. Honorable Both was appointed the Minister of State for Defense. Honorable Robin Arwakojo was appointed the chairperson of a powerful committee, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs. Honorable Mung took it. I'm the only one standing. I'm the only one keeping the number. And here I am. Unless there are other reasons. And even to my colleagues, it would be a point of greed. Because they've been given positions elsewhere. It cannot be that within 6 months again now they are coming back. Because we are all called to serve. And serving doesn't mean you are a Speaker of Parliament. I know they should be comfortable with wherever they are and wait for another opportunity. But that is for them to speak for themselves. For me, I know I have no issues with my party. I know as far as I stand, I have no any disciplinary proceedings. The chairman of the NRM Electoral Commission has been here. Nobody has notified him not to allow my candidature. So I'm in the right place and at the right time. And with your prayers. And let the prayers touch the spirit of my party. Because really, it would put me in a position to wonder as to why I cannot be given the opportunity to serve my country. After all, we are all here to serve the country. Number 2, all those stakeholders, even those that are praised, have been belonging to other political parties and other rebellions in their own way. So, internal contradictions can be there, but I've always stayed within my house, the NRM. You can have issues like anywhere, like in any other organization. There always will emerge issues, but you must stay the course. I've stayed the course. I've been loyal to my party. For those who talk about rebel or etc., well, there are different methods of work, but we all score in the same direction. And that's the confidence I have to say that this time around, I was even last time well received by the Central Executive Committee of the party. I was well considered by the party. But it only came that there were those who must serve and others must stay behind. And those serving must continue with where they are serving. And those who remained behind to keep guard are now stepping in. Because this is the right moment in time. And you can never dictate time. Once time comes, it's the time. And now, countrymen, parliament, this is the time.
Those who have asked me, friends and members of parliament, they think I'm the best. And, but nobody can ever be like Jacob Olanya. Those who see me see that I have some percentage, some ability to fill the gap. And I have come purely to pay tribute to Jacob Olanya. It's a painful thing, but this is paying tribute. I would imagine if he was alive and was given opportunity to choose who would be in his shoes, I would imagine what he would think of what should be done. I believe I have known him for 10 years when he was Deputy Speaker, the 9 months when he was Speaker. At a personal level, this is not about me, my capability. This is about being able to continue with the good works, the principles we stood for. This is Olanya's term. It must come to the end. It's not about his term. Nobody should celebrate that they are coming to have a term. I will only go there to do what Oulanyah would have done.
Beyond SEC and caucus, are you going to resign as minister before you head to Parliament for the vote?
Yes, after Parliament, after SEC endorsement and the caucus, I'm required to resign. And by the way, this is a political party deployment. And don't look at me as a person looking for a job to be a speaker. There's work. In Parliament is a refinery of service delivery, a legislative arm of government where services could be affected if you don't get the right operator. I think I have the right tools, the right training, the right integrity, the right character, the right calmness, the right composure. If you don't look at me that way, that's how I look at myself. And I believe I am doing this to avoid meeting Oulanyah one time and say, why didn't you try? And I'm not trying, I'm availing myself. Nobody should thrive because good people are fearing to do the right thing. I am here as a testimony for standing up for what is right and holding the principles that we closely hold at my heart. In my leadership, been tested and tried in such a way that I use both the carrots and the stick. And if you know Oulanyah very well, not that we are copying from one another, I can never be Jacob Oulanyah, and may his soul rest in peace. I am both, but with similar leadership traits, value systems, and I have no doubt that given the task by SEC and then the caucus, nothing else will count. Nothing else will stop me from resigning to pay tribute. We are 7 or 10 or 20 to enable the party choose the best. Believe me or not, the party will choose the best. Even if it's not me, the person the party will choose will be the best in the party's mind. And death is divine. So those, I cannot come here and thump my chest that I have all it takes. I have heard most of you saying, Obot is the best, but he doesn't have the money. This election is going to be money versus integrity. How about that?
There are allegations of bribery. Does that worry you?
Yes, of course, there are people who can carry themselves and they know they don't have integrity, they know they don't have what other people have, so they will try to bribe. I'm not giving any member of parliament any money. And if that is the reason to fail, I will gladly go to my house and sleep. They know what they want. They will eat the money, they will vote for both. Sorry?
Do you think you are believable within the opposition?
Opposition, now this is still internal. Ask me about that on Friday. Because opposition, like you've said, I had a committee with one of the strongest members of opposition. I had all the likes of opposition in legal and parliamentary affairs. You know how they could roast me. We used the stick and the carrot. I survived for 5 years. I was moderate, I was tolerant, and I was at it. I knew this is parliament, where representatives of the people are supposed to be. We have to have decorum, we have to have respect for one another. We have to know this is the best person that represents a particular constituency, not to demean anybody.
Categorically clear that I, Kokoto Gong, Member of Parliament for Dokolo South, has declared my intention to aspire for the position of Speaker of Parliament of the 11th Parliament. As you are aware, I'm a member of parliament, and I've been in parliament for the last 27 years. I came to parliament in 1996 as a youth, and I've been a member of parliament since that time. I've never lost any election. And you should note that I have experience in parliament, I have experience in government, and I have experience in mobilization and designing government policies. Honorable members, I served as a member of the Committee of Trade and Industry in 1998. I served as the chairperson of the Movement Parliamentary Caucus. I served as the Minister for Parliamentary Affairs from 2001 to 2003. I served as the Minister for Youth and Children Affairs. I also served as the chairperson of the Greater North Parliamentary Forum. And also I served as the chairman of Lango Parliamentary. Honorable members, being a speaker, you should have experience. And as you are aware, I have extensive experience in parliamentary affairs. And my role was to coordinate parliament and the executive. And I perform very, very well. And my record is clear. You can even access my record from anywhere. You can ask anybody in the government, they will tell you Okotogong is a man of truth. I believe in fairness. I believe in freedom. I believe in excellence. And I think this parliament, we need excellence. This parliament, we need to transform it and take it to a higher ground. And I'm ready to do it. Our members are aware we just lost our speaker. And it is a very sensitive moment. That's why I've not carried any member. I've not carried anything along with me because the period right now is very sensitive. But our constitution demands that the speaker must be elected when a vacancy falls. And that's why I've offered myself at this particular moment. And therefore, I'm not going to make a lot of statements, but I will make what is enough for you. Honorable members, you should note that I've been in government for long and have a lot of network in government. And many people have a lot of confidence in me. I've not come here on my own. I've been advised by my friends to vie for that position so that we have quality in the debate in Parliament. We have quality in the service of Parliament. We have quality in processing bills in Parliament and policies in Parliament. And that's why I've offered myself to be the Speaker of the 11th Parliament. Members of the press, I am very confident that my colleagues, members of Parliament, will have confidence in me, confidence and trust in me. And I will be the Speaker of the 11th Parliament. I know Parliament needs a person of experience. Parliament needs a person that will bring sanity and unity in Parliament. And I'm ready to bring unity in that Parliament. Because when I was serving as the Minister for Parliamentary Affairs, there was total unity. We processed government agenda without any problem. We process everything that requires Parliament to process. Honorable members, we need a speaker that is sensitive to the feelings of the population. The speaker that is pro-poor. The speaker that will process policies, program, and budget that will affect directly the lives of the vulnerable poor. We need to transform our country, and we need to use Parliament as a forum, as a pivot for transforming our country. Parliament processes budget, and I think budget shows the aspiration of government. And if the budget is lopsided, then the aspiration of government and aspiration of the people will not be provided, will not be achieved. And therefore, we must have a clear budget, the budget that will determine development, progress, transformation, and peace in the country. Honourable members, when I'm given to be the Speaker of the 11th Parliament, I believe the sky will be the limit.